Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. Papa, you can scoot over some if you need to. We're about to get this mic close to you. I don't know. We'll see. The radio mic for you. We always struggle with that for you, don't we? Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. Like I said, how you doing, Papa?
For an old man, I'm doing well.
Good. Fire to Midland, huh?
Fair to Midland. That's just a grade of cotton.
Right, I know, that's crazy. I've never heard that till you said it one day.
Well, I didn't come up with it. I've heard other people say that before I did.
After you said that day, I've heard a couple people say it.
Really?
Yeah, I have. And but anyway, folks, you're listening to us here on WUAT Radio and watching us on Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV and on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. You can learn, like, and subscribe. Let's see, I say this all the time, I should remember it. Like, subscribe, comment. I think I covered all the bases there, didn't I?
That should be sufficient.
Okay. Yeah, like, subscribe, and comment, and not just for our show. All the shows are, all the BTC Fiber original shows are on the YouTube channel, and you can see all the episodes of each show on there. So if there's an episode you like of our show and you want to watch again, well, you can watch it anytime.
Really?
Yeah, just go on to the playlist and all our episodes are on there.
Wow.
Today this is the last week of July, Papa. That's crazy to me.
Today's the 26th.
That's crazy. Speaking of that, that means that early voting is underway, and there's just one more day to go after today. So if you want to vote, folks, be sure to get to the courthouse. If you want to early vote, be sure to get to the courthouse tomorrow. It's 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Some of the local races that we have would be the big one here would be assessor of property. Of course, Zach Ollendorf is the incumbent Democrat nominee, and Shelley Bridges is the Republican Party nominee. That's for assessor of property, and they're both campaigns are sponsors of our show. So thank you guys. And let's see, Papa. I saw some more. I think we've got some school board races. Yeah. See, I'm trying to see who's somebody I think is running against Andy Billingsley, but I can't remember the name because it was a write-in. So I do apologize for that. I did see the name on something, but I can't remember what it is. It's not on here. And Ben Farmer, the Republican Party nominee, he's incumbent there. He'll be taking on Steve Perry. He's running as independent. And that might be. Oh, and then we have for the Tennessee House of Representatives. I believe this is the Republican primary. I hope I'm right on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I do believe it's Republican. Yeah, it's the Republican primary. All these state races are primaries. So, and the local ones are general. So this is a Republican primary, and it's Ron Travis, the incumbent. He's got opposition this year from Richard Smith. He's from here. He's from Bledsoe.
Yeah.
So Richard's running for that one. So that's another local one. I think that's got it on those. Pretty sure. But like I said, you can vote tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day for early voting. It's going to be from 9 a.m. until 12 noon. I'm going to give me some water, Papa.
It's good stuff.
Papa, I about choked on it. Okay, let's see. So we got the early voting out of the way. Better get the birthdays. Dang, we got a few, don't we?
You got a bunch.
Wow, wowzer. Today's the 27th, right?
26th.
26th, okay. Well, we do have one for today, Dylan Burgess. So happy birthday, Dylan. We had some, though, on the 24th. So we'll say happy birthday to the following people. Happy belated birthday to Tommy Singleton, Clint Holloway. He's been a guest on our show. Happy birthday, Clint. Silas Mills. Happy birthday, Silas. I used to coach him in basketball. Mason Reese also had a birthday on the 24th. Happy birthday. The 25th, we have birthdays for, I'm not really quite sure how to pronounce this because it's spelled Chayten. Smith. I don't want to say it wrong. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name.
I was thinking of Cheyenne, but that does not sound like Cheyenne.
No, I don't know how you pronounce that really. I don't want to say it wrong. But I've never heard that name, so I don't want to say it wrong. But anyway, happy birthday. And anyway, happy birthday also to Vicky Hale. Hers is on the 25th, along with Talisha Torres. Oh, we got some tricky names here. Talisha Torres. Happy birthday, Talisha. Addison Smith also had a birthday on the 25th. So did Bethany Burton Merriman. Amy Jo Evans. Like I said, Dylan Burgess has a birthday today. And then upcoming tomorrow, Debbie DeBoard has a birthday. So happy birthday, Debbie. And then on the 28th, that'll be on Sunday, happy birthday to Shayla Saunders, Barbara Young, Linda Bass, and Martha DeBoard. Happy birthday. And to wrap it up, on the 29th, Monday, happy birthday to Tammy Sapp and Terry DeBoard. And then on Tuesday the 30th, happy birthday to Eric McGowan and Timothy Hahn, who's been a guest on here a few times.
Very talented person.
Yeah, he is. He is. His music seems to be doing well too. So happy birthday though to all the names I just mentioned there. Okay, Papa, let's see. Looks like I got all the big announcements, folks. Also this week though, well, this is actually going to be really, I guess technically next week's when it really kicks off. And that's the Bledsoe County Fair.
Oh, the fair.
So remember, folks, next week, that's when the Bledsoe County Fair kicks off. The fairest of the fair has done been chosen. And make sure I get the name right. Miss Alyssa Parsons. She won fairest of the fair. And she will represent Bledsoe County at the state pageant in Nashville early next year. So congratulations to Alyssa Parsons. So she won the fairest of the fair. So they've had that. That the fairest of the fair, I think, is always like the week before, everything else.
There were 60 contestants.
Dang, that's a lot. That is a lot.
Because you've got it broken down.
Age groups.
Little bitty kids all the way
yeah.
up to adults.
Yeah, that can take a while, can't it? Let's see. So I'm not going to read all of them. We'll be here all day, but carnival rides are open from July 30th until August the 3rd, beginning at 6 p.m. each night. Okay, people want to know that. The fairgrounds will open on Tuesday, July 30th with the opening ceremonies, though. So that's when it kicks off officially there. That's Tuesday. All livestock shows get underway at 6 p.m. plus the pet show and Century Farm recognition. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't know on that one. But anyway, the pet show starts at 6. Live demonstrations will continue Friday, August 2nd. They'll have a cornhole tournament. That should do good.
Good.
Let's see. Tom's Tunes. He's kin to us. Tom Roberts. He will be there DJing. So just going and listening to him, folks, is entertaining. Mm-hmm. There's your entertainment right there. Old Tom. And he will be there spinning the hits from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And then the rodeo, it starts at 7:30 p.m. This is on Friday, August the 2nd. So big night that night too. And during intermission, both nights of the rodeo, there will be an inflatable costume race that's going to be held. An inflatable costume race.
Wow.
Well, I'm trying to picture that, and I can't. It'd be weird.
Well, it'd have to be somewhat different because you wouldn't have inflatable attire on.
Yeah, I know. I mean, everybody be dressed up as a tire, I guess. I keep thinking nothing else, really. That'll be interesting to see.
It'd be interesting.
That's definitely something different. So anyway, though, that is some of the things you can look forward to, though, at the Bledsoe County Fair. They do have music. I'm trying to find for sure, like on that. I know. Okay, Saturday, August the 3rd. That's when they'll have a concert there, and it'll be Brian Simmons and Unwound. And if you haven't heard Brian and Unwound play, they're really good. They've been around for a while now. They're a good band. So come check them out if you've not heard them before. I recommend it. They'll take the stage at 4. They'll be there 4 to 7 p.m. And then the rodeo will start at 7:30 p.m. that night. So that last Saturday, August 3rd, a lot going on that day for sure at the fair. Lots going on every day, really.
I was thinking Friday was August the 2nd.
Saturday, August the 3rd is what it said. No, Friday, August the 2nd, yeah. You were right on that. That's when the cornhole tournament is.
Okay.
And when Tom Roberts will be there.
But
and Saturday, August the 3rd, though, is when the music and apparently another cornhole tournament. Well, they're having 2 of them, I guess.
If Sunday is the 28th of July.
Is it?
Monday's the 29th. Tuesday's the 30th. Wednesday's the 31st.
Oh.
Thursday is the first day of August.
So that's right.
So that's right. I wanted to find out because...
Well, you did, didn't you?
I couldn't figure that out.
There's our first blooper for the day, folks.
First mistake I ever made.
There you go. I heard that in a while.
I said that in the Bible study this morning. They got a kick out of that.
I bet they did. It's probably the first time they've heard you say it.
Yes.
Okay, now let's see, folks. Mark your calendar to save Tennessee tax-free holiday.
Yes.
Tax-free weekend. So that's this weekend.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, the state of Tennessee's annual sales tax holiday weekend is this weekend, folks. It starts today and it'll last through Sunday. During this holiday, Tennesseans can save nearly 10% on school supplies, tax-free, if they are priced at $100 or less. You can buy computers tax-free if they are priced at $1,500 or less. Qualifying items may be purchased online and in stores. So that's really good. I'm sure people will be taking advantage of that.
Taxes.
Crazy if they don't.
Taxes takes a big bite out of your...
Yeah, too much. Way too much of it. Let's see. Okay, today was Give a Child a Chance Day down at the school, but we talked about that last week. I'm sure they had a good turnout for that.
They gave haircuts today, didn't they?
They may have, yeah. I had to get me a haircut today at Dexter's, one of our sponsors, Dexter. Dexter's had to go down there today, get a haircut. But anyway, Papa, you better get ready to talk. This is my last one. Thank goodness. But before that, I'll tell you about the Lucky Star 11th Annual Bledsoe Bash. We are going to, we'll be filming there right before that. They've got an area designated for us, you know, where it's cooler and it's on the porch and it's by the water, so that'll be better. Won't be as hot. And it's Labor Day weekend. I think that was smart too. It used to be held in June, late June. It was hot, you know, get hot. I think maybe you have a better chance of it being maybe a little bit cooler. It was last year. That was the first year they done it, Labor Day weekend. But this is the 11th annual, and it's for a good cause. $10 or more donation per person is what they ask of you. $5 per kid. The gate proceeds, though, they go to the children of Bledsoe County. So it's for a good cause. They've been doing this for 11 years now. And the music lineup will be Cam and the Fresh Buzz. You've seen them on here a couple times. Don Poobah Mealer. That name cracks me up every time I say it. The Red 72s.
Red 72s.
The Red 72s. I like that too, but I don't know how they come up with that. The South Lane Band, 12 Strings. Danger Teague. One thing they're consistent with too is they always have some of the craziest names performing.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Remember when Mikey was in? Mikey had a band called, what was it, Naked Funk or something like that. Remember that?
People identify with you,
funny.
What you sound like, not what your name is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He is a good musician. Anyway, though, folks, that's the music lineup. You can camp. They have a big campground at the Lucky Star. You can camp. Tents are $20 per night, and you can stay in an RV for $25 a night. The food will be provided this year by Mama Jessie's Grill. Mama Jessie's Grill. They'll be catering this, and you can go fishing and swimming, of course. Bring your own chairs, and it's August 30th, 31st, September 1st and 2nd, so it's a 4-day event now. Used to be a 2-day event, maybe a 1-day event at first, so it's really, it's turned into a bigger event, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So that, like I said, it's 4 days, Labor Day weekend, and the gates will open on that Friday at 5 p.m., Saturday at 11 a.m. But if you have any questions, just call Mikey Bledsoe. His number is 423-883-3814. That's 423-883-3814. All right, Papa, I'm going to need you to talk for a little while.
All right. There's going to be a vacation Bible school held out at the Calvary Free Will Baptist Church, and that's going to be August 29th through August the 2nd, and that is from 6 o'clock in the evening to 8:30 each night.
Okay.
The Great Jungle is going to be the theme they will follow. This church is located on 315 Bellevue Road. So don't forget that. 7/29 through August the 2nd. 6 to 8:30.
Gotcha.
That's Vacation Bible School. Okay. Wheeler Hill Church of Christ is going to have Vacation Bible School August the 1st. July the 28th through August the 1st. 7 to 8:30.
Okay.
And they're going to have 5 lessons. The adult class speaker is going to be Eric Garner, Garner. Garner.
Yeah.
But they want all ages to come to Vacation Bible School. This church, Wheeler Hill Church of Christ, is located on 97 Rufus Anderson Road.
On Wheeler Mountain.
That is on Wheeler Mountain. There you go. You got that right.
That's right.
Okay, Pikeville Summer Nights.
Oh yeah, it's always a good time.
The live music is at 5 o'clock.
I guess that'll be when next week?
August the 3rd.
August the 3rd, good deal.
That'll be Legacy will be performing that night.
Okay.
And
on the Main Street stage.
This is May through August. So it's the first Saturday in the month.
Yeah, right? Each month. And they have the
parade.
Everything.
They have the parade on November the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
But the cruise in is...
The cruise in, yeah, that's always on those days.
4 to 8.
Farmer's Market will be open most of the day, nearly all day for that.
It's big time. It
is. It's turned into a really big event. It's a good event.
Okay. That's all on that page.
Alrighty.
Now then, we have open table at the Pikeville United Methodist Church. This is going to be Monday, the 29th, from 11:30 until 12:30.
Okay.
1 hour.
Yeah, oh yeah, the open table at the Methodist Church.
No charge. There will be no offering taken. There will be no sermon preached. Nothing.
Oh yeah, just eat.
Nothing but friendship and food.
That's right.
So everyone is invited, welcome to come. That's at Pikeville United Methodist Church, right here on Main Street.
Yeah, that's right.
The Bledsoe County Youth Soccer Association.
Oh, the soccer time.
The fall season is now through August the 16th to register.
Okay, get signed up for it, folks.
The first child is $95 with discounts for additional children.
Oh. Okay.
Ages 4 to 18. You'll get a new jersey and socks. If you want to call Greg Smart, this is the number you may reach him, 423-364-1154. This is the main
the fall
man.
seat, yeah. Like I've told you before, when they very first started the soccer here, I was one of the coaches. Nobody knew anything about soccer at that time.
Well, it was never a school sport.
No, we had to literally take a cram course in it, basically. All the coaches did.
Well, you can't coach if you don't know what
exactly. That's true.
Okay, the Birchwood Worship Center is located on 112 Birchwood Street. They're going to be giving away free clothes and hot dogs at this worship center tomorrow. Wow. And the hours will be from 8 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Free hot dogs.
Dang.
And free clothes.
Well,
so don't forget that. Okay, also tomorrow there will be a pancake breakfast at the Sam Lodge.
A different place is doing it. Heck yeah.
From 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, you will have a pancake breakfast at the Sam Lodge on Main Street.
$8 a plate.
$8 a plate. That's his suggestion.
It's for them, yeah.
If you give 10, they'll take it.
That's right.
This will benefit the Masonic Widows and Orphans Fund.
Tennessee.
I did not know that. I didn't know they had a Masonic building fund.
Also known as the Masonic, whatever fund.
Benevolence
Fund, yeah.
But also, the Masonic Building Fund is also included as one of the beneficiaries of this breakfast.
I think it says it's also it's also known as what we said. So yeah, it definitely benefits that. That's for sure.
Okay, there will be a luncheon at the Griffith Volunteer Fire Department, and that's going to be Sunday at the Griffith Volunteer Fire Department. You're going to have meatloaf, mashed potatoes, green beans, corn, rolls, drink, and dessert for $10 a plate. That will be from noon until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Richard Smith is going to sponsor this. He's a state representative candidate.
That's right.
But anything that they get over the cost of putting this on will benefit the fire department.
Cool.
Okay, then the Kids Crusade and Back to School Bash is going to be at the Pikeville Church of God, and they're going to have a Back to School Bash. It's going to be the 28th through August the 2nd.
A Back to School Bash?
A Back to School Bash. They're going to have food, puppets, noodle friends, grams, worship, and word from 6 to 8 o'clock each evening.
Mount Crest, maybe?
This is Pikeville Church of God.
Oh, okay.
The Back to School Bash is going to be inflatables, face painting.
Seems to be a theme today.
Cotton candy and more. You know where cotton candy originated?
Well, heck no. Where?
Tennessee.
No way.
Tennessee.
I did not know that.
So if this church is located on Main Street,
sure is.
Main Street. Pikeville Church of God.
Well, it's
way out south.
Well, it is, but it's South Main.
South Main.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that number to call is 423-619-4988. Then there will be at the Pikeville Fire Department a barbecue chicken dinner.
Oh yeah, that's this weekend, isn't it?
That's going to be Saturday, August the 3rd, which will be next Saturday.
Okay, that's next weekend, okay.
And it will be from 11 o'clock until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You get to eat 4 hours. They'll have
up your alley.
Barbecue chicken plate, barbecued ribs, our combo plate. Wow. Each plate.
I don't think I've ever seen them word it like that.
He says combo plate.
Yeah, sounds
and then
good.
This is what will be on each plate: 2 sides, dessert, and drink. So support your local fire department, and all proceeds will go to the fire department.
Yeah, that's for a good cause.
So this is the annual yard sale going on.
God, why do I keep forgetting that? So the 127 yard sale begins when? Next week?
Well,
is it next week?
It's going on Saturday, August the 3rd.
Yeah, it's always that first week in August, it seems like. I just don't know when it officially gets underway. And really, it officially gets underway, I think, on a Thursday. But if you notice, each year they start earlier. They start way before the official start.
The people with money goes through first and picks out the
right
cherries.
Exactly.
Tomorrow morning, from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, there's going to be a breakfast at the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department.
Who are we going to have? When that was tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
Who would have thought we have 2 pancake breakfasts in the same day? That's crazy. I never thought we'd be saying that.
This is the menu: biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, hash brown potatoes, waffles with fruit toppings, fruit, bacon, sausage, country ham, fried bologna, orange juice, coffee, milk, and water. $10. But if you're a child, 10 years of age or younger, you don't have to pay at all.
That's right. And that's a good selection. But yeah, we talk about, we challenge people to serve pancakes, and here we got, or waffles, and we got 2 of them in the same day. Maybe they're listening.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. Keep it up, folks. For sure. All right, Papa. Well, dadgummit, it's time for that dang trivia of yours, ain't it?
Well, I just
trivia time in Tennessee.
I just happen to have some ready.
All right. I'll leave this stuff right here.
All right. Let me go get my sports separated.
All right.
Now, do you remember a fellow by the name of Lou Ferrigno?
Oh yeah, he played the Incredible Hulk.
What was his occupation?
Didn't say what now. He's an actor, I guess.
What?
An actor? I mean,
what was his career before he got into acting?
Well, how the heck? I don't know. Wrestling, maybe. Weightlifting, boxing. Bodybuilding. Okay.
Bodybuilder. Now you would not remember this. This happened in 1925, but you've had to hear about it. The Scopes trial.
Oh, in Dayton.
In Dayton, Tennessee.
Yeah, that's famous.
Was made fun of by calling it the blank trial.
Monkey trial.
Monkey trial.
Yep.
The monkey trial. I was
That's
surprised
a famous
that
trial.
you knew that.
Yeah. Well, it's right next door to us, and.
Okay. See if this rings a bell. Listen, my children, and ye shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. What was it Paul Revere said in this ride?
And I've heard of Paul Revere, but.
And he warned. He warned the people 4 words, but he repeated those 4 words twice. The blank are coming, the blank are coming.
The Yanks are coming.
The British.
Dang it, the British, I meant. Dang it.
Paul Revere. In World War II. In World War II, a famous American soldier, a general, told the citizens of the Philippines, I shall return. What was the general's name?
Repeat that again, please. Something about the Philippines.
This famous American soldier, he was a general, he said to the citizens of the Philippines, he had to leave because the Japanese were coming.
Okay.
But he said, I shall return. What was his name?
Did you say, is he a president or a general?
No, he was a general.
Famous generals, huh?
Very famous in World War II. Very famous.
Any lifelines know this one?
What is it?
Lifeline. What is it? Let's see.
I shall return is what he told the Philippines.
Some famous general told the Philippines that I shall return. When was it again? In the
World War II.
In World War II. My
General
lifelines don't know. General Douglas.
That's his first name.
Does Douglas ring a bell? MacArthur.
MacArthur.
Good job. Heck yeah. Boy, I got smart there for a second, didn't I?
Every year, every month, we get a magazine, and the task that you have is to find the Tennessee flag in the magazine, a picture of the Tennessee flag.
Really?
In the Tennessee flag, there are 3 stars. What do the 3 stars
I
represent?
knew you were going to say that, and I don't have a flipping clue.
You don't have a clue at all.
Well, I can't remember.
The state of Tennessee is divided into 3 divisions.
Oh, East, Middle, and West.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
That's the reason there's 3 stars.
Well, that makes more sense. That makes sense.
Robin Hood. You've heard of Robin Hood?
Yeah.
In his career, he did something negative and he did something positive. What did he do negative and what did he do positive?
Well, I mean, he stole. He stole
from whom?
But he stole from the rich
To give to the
poor.
There you go.
That's the good.
That's the good. He gave to the poor. But negative, he robbed the rich.
Right. Right.
So when is it okay to rob the rich?
Exactly. And I can't. It's been so long since I've read that story. I don't even remember how it ends.
Okay.
You don't either, do you?
Yeah, I remember.
You do? Well.
Oh, what was Robin Hood's men called?
Oh, I used to know.
M.M.
I can't remember now.
Merry Men.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, in the classic Moby Dick,
Mm-hmm.
it is a story about a whale.
Yeah.
But what
A
was
big one, a giant one, right?
But what was the name of the captain of that ship?
Oh, man. Anybody, does any lifeline know the captain of Moby Dick ship? Dang it.
4 letters. 4 letters.
4 letters. The captain of what again?
The ship that was looking for Moby Dick.
You know anything about Moby Dick, lifeline? The captain.
Is there a first name?
He said 4 letters.
4 letters.
Starts with A.
Starts with an A. I've never actually read Moby Dick, the whole
Really?
book. No, that's why I don't have a clue. You don't have a clue either, do you? I think my lifeline's drowned on this one.
Captain Ahab.
Oh, Captain Ahab.
Oh, yeah.
After you said it,
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
it happens.
Tennessee's football team had a Baptist preacher that became known as the Minister of Defense. What was his name?
Oh, man.
He was from Chattanooga.
Oh, Reggie White.
Reggie White.
There we go.
There you go.
I needed an answer bad. I needed to get one right.
No problem.
Man. Reggie White.
He was known
He's
as
very
the
good.
Minister of Defense.
Mm-hmm. He ended up
was good. He
yeah,
was good.
he played for the Eagles. I remember watching him play.
He went
in
on to the
NFL.
pros. He sure
Oh
did.
yeah, he was good. And I can't remember what happened to him. I know he died young. An accident of some kind.
A lot of the famous riders,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of famous people die young.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what happened to him. It was, whatever it was unexpected. I remember that because I remember being kind of shocked when it happened. But yeah, he
Well,
was a great athlete.
Michael Jackson didn't make it very long.
No. That was mysterious to say the least too. I think some of them might be having a little help with their demise, maybe.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
sometimes it leaves more questions than answers. You know, and I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, folks,
We'll have some
I'm going to say
sports.
I aced trivia because it was extremely hard this week.
But I don't,
It was
I don't
tough
have any
one this
control
week.
over the way.
I know.
These questions,
Those were just a little tougher for me.
they just come to me.
Mm-hmm. But
Wow.
I'm still going to give myself an A, folks, you know.
But let me tell you, I know all of those.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
I mean, I knew
You
them.
better.
I knew them when I wrote them down.
Right. Well, you better. You expect me to. Well, coming up after the break, folks, we'll have some sports of all sorts for you. And then we'll have some good old Albertology, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, of course, we'll end it with some good old jokes as well. All that and more is coming up right after the break, so you stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, connecting the Sequatchie Valley to the world.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, so what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show here on WAT Radio, Channel 18, BTC Fiber TV, and the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. I want to thank our sponsors real quick here. A big thank you, though, to all of you, and here we go. Big thank you to Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's of Pikeville, the offices of Janine Boynton, like I said Gina there for a minute, but Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. And thanks to Farm Bureau Insurance down in South Pikeville. I've already had to talk about South Pikeville today. Morgan Brothers, of course, they've got 3 places. You can go to the original Morgan Brothers barbecue. Remember, they have a buffet now. It's really good. And of course, you can go to the Bankwalker Brewery, which is right here in downtown on Spring Street. And which it's, like I always say, it's a really nice place. If you've not been there, I highly recommend it. A good atmosphere and just a really nice place. And also, they have the Pikeville Family Restaurant. And as I always say, they have breakfast. They're open for breakfast, so get you a waffle. I highly recommend that. Also, big thank you to It's Lola's. She's right here on Main Street, and she's open right now. She's open again, so glad to see that. Also to Lee Station Baptist Church, the Daily Stop. It's quilting time. We gotta get an update on the loom part. I need to ask her about that. And well, we've already mentioned these. We'll mention them again. Our 2 campaigns. The campaign of Zach Ohlendorf and the campaign of Shelley Bridges. They are running for tax assessor of property, and also Dexter's Barbershop. As I was telling you, you have they have framed one of your pictures there.
I've got to
You have to go check that out.
I've got to go get a haircut. That's where I'll go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, you ready for sports?
I'm ready for sports.
Last Sunday in golf, we had the 152nd Open.
It's just called the Open?
It's called the Open.
Wow.
Xander Schauffele, Schauffalle.
Shuffle? That's his name?
Xander, Xander is his first name.
Yeah, and then Shuffle's the last.
Schaue.
Well, it's kind of sound.
Flle.
That's what I'd call him.
He won anyway by shooting a 65. He was 2 strokes better than Justin Rose.
So he shoveled his way onto the championship, didn't he?
The trophy was the claret jug. Claret jug.
Really?
That was the trophy to win the Open, and then he got to keep it for 1 year.
Oh, okay.
He gets to keep it 1 year.
Okay.
On Sunday afternoon, President Joe Biden announced he would not be rerunning.
Gee, I didn't tell you that a year ago, did I?
Sunday afternoon.
I told a lot of people the Dems will turn on him.
Was this anticipated? Was this expected?
Absolutely.
I think
and
so.
He did not step down. I can assure you that. He didn't step down. He was forced out.
So, Mr. Trump, the Republican nominee, is going to be facing Kamala Harris.
It was even a bigger disaster than Biden.
She is the vice president.
That's a scary thought. Poof.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen.
She's just not the brightest crayon in the box. She's just not.
Number one, she's a woman. Number two, she's black.
Yeah, but she's dumb. I'm sorry. She's just not very smart.
She has a 79% approval rating among Democrats.
Well, that's just, I guess, out of loyalty. She has a terrible approval rating as far as nationally, though.
True.
She's the most unpopular vice president in history.
Most unpopular. But now her chore is going to be picking out the right person to run as VP.
Yeah.
Because that's got to be somebody to bolster the ticket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
all the polls right now.
She's like real extreme left. So
well, all the polls now show she's just running 2 percentage points behind Trump.
In some swing states in certain age groups, but she's quite a few points down in the actual poll.
But Trump did pick out his vice president, a fellow by the name of Vance.
Yeah, J.D. Vance.
He looked good.
Yeah, he did good. I don't know a whole lot about him, but he did good in their whatever you call it, the RNC that they have, and the Democrats will have the convention. And the Democrats, this is what I don't like about it, and has nothing to do with Democrat, Republican. It doesn't matter. It's the hypocritical part. Like, you don't say you're. We're so scared for the threat of democracy, you know, that like he's the boogeyman or something. For one, I'd be wondering why so many people this desperate to stop one man. You know, that should make you think, you know. But the problem, though, I was going to say is that they forced him out. So you just disenfranchise basically, you know, all those people that voted for him. It's like they're just changing the rules as they go, you know. So I would be very, very upset if I was a Democrat, because it's basically like, we don't care that you voted for him, you know. Now we're going to force you to support this woman, this train wreck, because she just is. They better come up with somebody pretty good.
I'm sure they will.
They'll have to, and they need to have somebody that goes more towards the middle, though, because she's too far leaning left.
Well, the Democratic Party's been around a long time.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure
they are aware of that.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to salvage the ticket.
I think honestly, I think it's a dumb and dangerous thing to do, to vote out of blind loyalty to a party. I think not only is it a not smart decision, it's a dangerous decision.
Well, I heard a Democrat say one time, he was a superintendent of schools at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I would vote for Satan if he was on a Democratic ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people might say that about their party affiliation with the Republican Party. I do not know.
I think that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I don't understand why anybody would think like that.
I told my daddy one time that I had voted for a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy said, Albert, be thankful that Daddy can't turn over in his grave because he knew that.
Exactly.
Okay, the Summer Olympics begin tonight at what is it, 6:30?
I guess. I mean, they're in Paris, so I'm sure they're several hours ahead of us. But it won't be as bad as when it was in Australia.
But anyway, the Summer Olympics is back.
They got underway, I think, today at 1 p.m. I do believe.
Oh, really? 1 p.m.
Because remember, they are probably a good half a day ahead of us. Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw, that was a pitcher for the Dodgers for many years, has been subjected to AAA ball. He's back. He pitched yesterday in the regular rotation, and he pitched 4 innings, and he was ahead 6-2 when he left the game. I think at one time the game was 6-4 in the ninth inning. I don't know how the Dodgers came out, but anyway, he's back, and I'm sure the Dodgers are tickled to death.
I'd say so. He's been out for a pretty good while, hasn't he?
He's been out of whack for several weeks. Okay, the Olympics basketball team, men, you've got Stephen Curry, you've got LeBron James, you've got pros playing.
Yeah, I mean, they're the heavy favorites to win the gold medal, but they just won by 5 points the other day.
They beat Germany. This was exhibition number 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the exhibition games they play, and this in the fourth quarter it was 81-81.
Yeah, I feel like that's just too close.
But LeBron James came back in the game and he put on a clinic in the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay.
He only had 13 points for the whole game.
Was that all that quarter?
He scored 7 in the fourth quarter, but he put on an exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
He showed the rest of the players how to play.
Right.
He could not be stopped. Could not be stopped.
In the fourth quarter? Well, I mean, he just scored 7 points, though. I mean, it's like that's great.
He made passes.
Oh, gotcha.
He put on
made
a
some
clinic
key plays.
on how to win.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Yeah, you got to have somebody that can make the plays in the big moments, don't you?
What now?
You got to have somebody that can make the plays in big moments.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though it's an exhibition, you still do not want to lose.
Exactly, especially going into the Olympics.
Because we are the pros of the United States.
They shouldn't lose to anybody.
They shouldn't lose to anybody. But then, at the same time,
these
are pros on these other countries.
Yeah, just for some, whatever reason, just the talent level, though, has always been just nowhere near ours.
We win.
Yeah.
Okay. SEC football breaks on the scene next month.
That's hard to believe.
We'll be watching, as well as the whole world, to see if Alabama will miss Nick Saban.
No, I know. That's going to be weird, isn't it?
It's going to be weird, buddy.
Well,
DeBoer is not Nick Saban.
No, they're going to kind of get a taste of how we felt and still going through when Pat Summitt from Tennessee. It's not easy. I think they might experience a little bit of that too. It's hard to replace a legend, and you get used to winning all the time, and all of a sudden you're not. You know.
I think Nick Saban was. I don't think he was from another planet, but he was cut out of a different cloth than most coaches.
I agree with that. I do.
Tennessee goes on television, I believe, on August the 29th for their first game.
Mm-hmm.
The two new schools that's joined the SEC,
Oklahoma and Texas.
Oklahoma and Texas. Tennessee does not play Oklahoma, but they do play Texas.
Well, either one would be a tough game, really, in football.
Yes.
They're both always good.
They're powerhouses.
They are.
So,
Man, the SEC is going to be just, gosh, so tough. Brutal.
Brutal is a good word.
That's a real good word for it.
It's a good word.
Because that's exactly what it is.
That's all I have in sports.
Yeah, there's just not a whole lot going up just right at this time. But the Olympics will get underway, though, and we'll have more on that.
It'll be topsy-turvy for a few days.
You know, I did see on the women's Olympic team, you know, they lost to the WNBA All-Stars. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark done pretty good. And her rival, or they try to make them rivals anyway, that Angel Reese, you know, that they did good. They I think they were motivated. Yeah, they beat the Olympic team. But everybody on the All-Star team, though, could have just as easily been on the Olympic team as well.
They could.
So, yeah, I guess it's not that surprising.
It's been a flip a coin about Caitlin Clark. I've heard a lot of people say that she should be on the Olympic team. But at the same time, we've got to admit she does lack experience professionally.
Yeah, and like I told you, which is something to be proud for Tennessee, but you know, only one player's been able to do that. Candace Parker is the only player that's ever come in her rookie season. She won the Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year. She's the only one to do that, and she made the Olympic team. No, but it's a rare feat. It may not ever happen again.
Do you think it might have been because of Pat Summitt being the coach?
Possibly, but Caitlin Clark's not better than Candace Parker. I think Candace Parker is the best female player ever was, because she can play all 5 positions. It's pretty rare to see a center be able to play point guard.
But the thing that impresses me about Caitlin Clark,
they have different styles, though, too. They're two completely different players.
They are different players, but she knows that she has not just the other team against her.
Yeah, I know.
She does not have the full cooperation of her own team with her.
Yeah, that's not cool at all. There's no excuse for that.
She's being rebuffed everywhere she turns. But at the same time, I've watched her.
It's made her tough, though.
She does not always shoot the ball. She makes some very impressive passes.
Oh yeah, she can. She gets assists.
She gets
just as much as points sometimes. Yeah. You know, she had a lot of triple doubles.
Give her another year or two.
Oh yeah.
She'll be a whiz bang, buddy.
Yeah. They better not skip her on the next time, or we'll know it's personal.
I don't think they will.
No, I think it'd be a big mistake.
Okay, that's all I have in sports.
Okay. All right, Albert.
Now we're ready.
There's some Albertology.
Listen to this. A philosophy professor stood before his class. He had some items in front of him.
A philosophy professor.
Philosophy professor.
Is this a true story, or?
This is a true story.
Okay. Well, you didn't tell me. You gotta let me know.
He picked up an empty mayonnaise jar.
And
he filled that jar full of rocks.
Okay.
Not big, about 2 inches in diameter. And then he said to the class, "Is this jar full?" They said yes. He didn't say a word. He picked up a box of pebbles, little bitty gravels, and poured them in the jar, and they went into places where that 2-inch diameter rock left a hole.
Okay.
And he said, "Is this jar full?" Then they laughed and said, "Yes."
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say a word. And then he picked up a box of sand, poured the sand in this jar. That sand went into places where the pebbles did not fit.
I guess so.
And then he said, "Now, I want you to recognize this jar is your life.
Oh, wow.
The rocks are important things, like your family, your partner, your health,
Mm-hmm.
your children, anything that is so important to you that if it were lost, you would be nearly destroyed. The
Wow.
pebbles are other things in your life that matter on a smaller scale. The pebbles represent things like your job,
Yeah.
or your house, or your car.
Right.
You've got to have a house to live in. You've got to have a car to drive.
Right.
The sand is small stuff. Small stuff. You put the sand or the
Yeah.
pebbles into the jar first. There's no room for the rocks. The same goes for your life. If you spend all your time and all of your energy on the small stuff, like material things,
Mm-hmm.
you will never have room for the things that are important in your life,
Yeah.
like your family.
And you miss out on some happiness too, being that way.
Yes, you don't have your kids. Take time
Money's
to play.
not. Yeah, money's not everything.
Take
That's
time to
true.
play with your children. He said
Yeah.
there will always be time to go to work,
Yeah.
to clean the house.
Yeah.
Take care of the rocks first. The
Yeah.
things that really matter. Set your priorities. The
Mhm.
rest is just pebbles and sand.
Well, that was a good way to example to show his class, wasn't it?
He's a
Good way to
philosophy
explain. Yeah.
professor.
No wonder.
This is another beautiful thing. May there always be work for your hands to do. May your purse always hold a coin or two. May the sun always shine on your window pane. May a rainbow be certain to follow the rain. May the hand of a friend always be near you. May God fill your heart with gladness to cheer you. Isn't that
It's like-
beautiful?
yeah. Is that a poem? I guess.
That's a poem.
Okay.
I don't know who wrote it, but it's
Is
beautiful.
that not weird how that? Yeah, that's. It's weird how there's so many poems that it'll say unknown author. That's kind of crazy. isn't it?
Unknown. I've got
Yeah.
a bunch of those.
I know.
Unknown.
It's really weird.
I've told this on February the 10th. I wanted to tell it again.
They ain't a tearjerker, is it?
No, it's about an old hillbilly,
Okay. Okay.
and he was a farmer. He had a wife. This wife nagged him unmercifully from morning till night. And sometimes later, she was always complaining about something. The only time he got any relief was when he would go out and plow.
Had to listen to her.
He had an old mule, and he spent a lot of time plowing with that old mule.
I don't blame him.
So one day he was out plowing,
Mm-hmm.
and his wife, he looked up and saw his wife coming across the field. She brought him lunch. So he drove the old mule over to the trees, and he sat down in on the stump in the shade and began to eat his lunch.
Okay.
Immediately, his wife stayed with him, of course, and she started in on him while he was eating lunch.
Oh man.
Complaining, nagging. It went on and on.
Poor
All
guy.
of a sudden, that old mule kicked her with his 2 hind feet and killed her dead. Right there, right on the spot. Killed her.
Dang.
So the man had to go get somebody to help him get her out of the field.
I'm
get her
thinking
to
he's
the house,
relieved.
and they
Yeah.
had to call the funeral home. So several days later,
I think I remember this.
they have a funeral. The minister noticed something odd. When a woman would come by and speak to their old farmer,
Mm-hmm.
he would listen for a minute to what they had to say, and he would nod his head in agreement with whatever they said.
Right.
But when a man came and talked to him, he would listen to what the men said. And whatever the men said, he would shake his head no. So the preacher that's going to do the funeral, there was just one church in the community.
Right.
The minister waited till everybody left that night, and he walked up to that old farmer and said, I want to ask you something. I noticed when the people went through the line, all the women to a person would speak to you quietly. I don't know what they said, but you nodded your head in agreement with whatever they said. But when the men spoke to you, you nodded in disagreement with whatever they said. So do you mind telling me what you said to the women and what you said to the men?
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, no, preacher. The women would say, she's got on a pretty dress, and I would agree with them. And they would talk about what a good woman she was,
Mm-hmm.
and I nodded in agreement with them. But you know what the men wanted?
What?
They wanted to know if my mule was for sale.
I knew that had a good punchline to it. I just couldn't remember it. That's so funny. They was needing it for a few minutes too, wasn't they?
And he didn't want to sell that mule.
I bet.
But can you
That's
imagine?
one of the funniest ones.
We call them dumb animals.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine
They're
that
not.
mule hearing what she was saying
Yeah.
and reacting?
Yeah. Like, you gonna talk to my dad that way is what he's thinking.
These are the best things
That one is funny.
that anyone ever said.
These are the best things.
Best things anyone ever said. The first one is Mark Twain. Familiarity breeds children.
Mark Twain said that?
Mark Twain said
Okay.
that. Dudley Moore said this. The best car safety device is a rear view mirror with a cop in it.
Shoot. Yeah, that's about true.
This is by H. Castle. I don't know who he is. If
Man.
Noah had been wise, he would have swatted those two flies. This is by Plato.
Who? Plato?
Plato was a Greek theologian.
Oh.
Wise men talk because they have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
Folks talk because they have to say something.
Yeah. Want to hear himself talk.
A clear conscience is often the sign of a bad memory. Unknown.
Oh, one of them unknowns
Unknown.
again. Yep. See?
Praise does wonders for the sense of hearing. Unknown.
Unknown. Why two in a row unknowns?
This is a Spanish proverb. If I die, I forgive you. If I live, we'll see. This is another unknown. A pedestrian is a man whose son is at home from college.
No. Probably true.
If at first you do not succeed, you know the rest of that, but this unknown says
Try again.
if at first you don't succeed, you're bad average.
Dang.
This is by Hallelujah.
No.
Hal, H-A-L-L-E-E-L-U-Y-A-H. Thou shalt not admit adultery.
Instead, thou shalt not commit, thou shalt not admit.
not commit, but admit. This is also unknown.
Dang, that's like 4 or 5.
Easy Street is a blind alley. There are two kinds of complaints. This is unknown. There are two kinds of complainers, men and women. And I knew this one. Joe Garagiola said this.
Joe Garagiola?
Joe Garagiola. He used to be a hind catcher in the baseball leagues.
Okay.
Oh well, 1/2 of one, 6 dozen of the other.
Oh. I had to think about that for a minute.
Susan Richmond said this. The trouble with dawn is that it comes too early in the day.
Ain't that the truth?
Martin Mull said this. The town where I grew up has a zip code of E-I-E-I-O.
I like that one.
Lucy said this from Charles Schultz. Do you think anybody ever really changes? This is what Linus says.
Mm-hmm.
I've changed a lot in the last year. Lucy says, I mean for the better.
Good one, Lucy.
When Charles Schultz
Charlie Brown
died, that work was supposed to have stopped.
but it continued.
It's continued.
And we talked about that, I think, but I mean, maybe it's got to be his family that's continuing it. I'm assuming. Can't remember.
Some of the artwork I've done, I think the most characters I've drawn is from Charles Schultz's pen.
The Charlie Brown characters. There's a lot of them.
Snoopy.
Yeah, he was my favorite as a kid. He was my favorite character on that show, on those movies.
One thing I remember about you, Billy, when you were very young, you would come to the house, Vicky would bring you to the house. I would open up encyclopedias and turn to the animal section. You got to where you could identify every animal I would point to.
Dang.
When you were just a kid, I would teach you what those animals were, but you would remember those animals.
Yeah, I think Mama's told me that before too.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
One thing that I remember about your mother, when they had this open house at the bank, she invited me to be up there to have prayer. And I went. Vicky got up to welcome everyone, and she said, my daddy said, and I did not know what she was going to say.
I bet.
My daddy said, you may not remember what I say, you may not remember what I do, but you will remember how I made you feel.
Okay, well that's good. Do you remember saying that?
I remember saying that.
Okay.
But
it'd been fun if you didn't.
I did not know.
You didn't know she was going to say that,
I didn't know
you?
she was going to say that.
I wouldn't have thought that either. That's good, though.
It stuck with her.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 more. Gravity isn't easy, but it's the law. Unknown.
Of course. There's been about 10 of them now.
The closest anyone ever comes to perfection is on a job application form.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Very fitting.
This is also unknown. So much work to do, so few women to do it. Red Skelton said this.
They should put their name on that, and that's good. Red Skelton, okay.
I locked my keys in the car, and had to break the windshield to get my wife out.
Oh man, that's pretty good, Papa.
Well, are you ready for jokes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've got one more. This is a long one.
Okay. Yeah, because those were some of those were jokes. Could have been.
Well, let me tell you this one.
Well, you want to do that, or you want to do it's up to you. You can do a couple of jokes or that. If it's another funny one, might as well. Whatever you want to do, though, Papa.
Well, it's not funny. It's not.
Oh, that's yeah. Since we're on a roll, might as well keep the momentum going.
Momentum?
Yeah, the momentum. Since we're on some funny ones, might as well keep it going.
A big challenge of running a small business is dealing with employees' requests for time off.
Oh, yeah.
One morning, an employee said, "I need to leave early tomorrow." And later that same day, he followed up with, "Looks like I'll be coming in late tomorrow. But if my coming in late runs into my leaving early, then I won't be in at all." He had to,
oh, wait. I was there thinking, you just need to ask for the day off, sounds like to me.
This man said one day to his boss, "I've got to be off early tomorrow. I've got to go to my grandfather's funeral."
Right.
And so the next day he was off, and the next day he came into work. The boss said, "That funeral you went to yesterday, your grandfather came to check on you."
Ooh, that's awesome.
While in college, I took a job in a customer service at a department store.
Okay.
One day a woman came in to complain about her billing statement. She was unhappy with our explanation, but paid her bill.
Mm-hmm.
Later, when I was reconciling the checks, I came across hers. She had written in the amount line $37 and no cents. S-E-N-C-E. S-E-N-S-E.
Like no common sense.
She wanted them to know, buddy.
Yeah, what no sense of them doing that.
The speaker at my bank's drive-through window had been broken for several weeks.
That'd
And
be a
we
problem.
tellers had to resort to miming or to writing notes to communicate with our frustrated customers. One day, a sweet elderly lady, whom I would see every week, pulled up at the window, leaned out of her car, and smacked the glass in front of my face.
Dang.
"Hope this is bulletproof," she yelled. There had just been a robbery at another bank nearby, so I was touched by her concern, and I said, "It is bulletproof." "Good," she continued, "because someone is going to shoot you if you don't get that speaker fixed." Everyone at the company I worked for dressed up for Halloween. One fellow's costume stumped us. He had on a white t-shirt
Yeah.
with a large 98.6 printed across the front of his t-shirt.
98.
When someone finally asked him what he was, he said, "I'm a temp."
Oh, of course. I knew I was going to play a role in it somehow, some way. Two more.
When my printer's type began to grow faint, I called a local repair shop where a friendly man informed me that the printer probably needed only to be cleaned.
Okay.
Because
Makes sense.
the store charged $50 for such cleanings.
Dang.
He told me I might be better off reading the printer's manual and trying to do the job myself.
Well, I know that can end.
I was pleasantly surprised, so I asked, Does your boss know that you discourage business?
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's my boss's idea.
Really?
We usually make more money on repairs if we let people try to fix things themselves.
That's pretty good. What do out of the kindness of their heart? What was they?
Is this the last one?
Yeah, that's fine.
I once had a boss tell me, don't dress for the job you have, dress for the job you want. So the next day I wore a Cubs uniform to work.
What a moron. Tell one more.
A Cubs uniform. Okay. When I phoned my employee to find out why she hadn't come to the office, I expected to hear a sob story about how sick she was,
Of course. Yeah.
or blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Instead,
Wah,
her
wah,
excuse
wah.
was pretty plausible. When I was driving to work, I took a wrong turn, she explained, and then I just decided to keep on going.
She didn't even try to lie, did she? At least she was honest, I guess.
So he didn't fire her.
That's pretty good, that guy. Man, yeah, and those jokes were good, but the stories you were telling before that, some of those were too. Some of those were crazy. Well, folks, remember next week, check out the Bledsoe County Fair. I bet this is like the 100 and something edition. I know that. Not sure what, but I'd say it's probably 103 or 104, I would say. But anyway, go check it out this upcoming week. It's underway, so remember that.
We've been around a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we filmed there. Us remember, when we had the Moonshiners on, we filmed over there. That was fun.
You know what, Billy, I think you first called me to be up here in 2015.
That makes sense.
That'd be 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know how long we've been on television.
Yeah, that makes sense.
plus.
That makes sense, yeah. Because 2016, 2016, I believe, is when we premiered on TV.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah. Pretty sure. But anyway, folks, thank you for joining us for this edition of the Albert and Billy Show. And we'll see you guys next week. So, hope y'all have a great weekend and week. And we'll see you guys next time.
So long, folks.
Have a great week. Hey, folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.